Hello, this is Amanda Freeman, week 6 discussion. You're gonna have to excuse me again because I have to read it on my screen. I can never remember or talk off the top of my head. It's a problem. When I look at the 1920s and think about it being the first modern decade, I see it as the start of something that is this constant push and pull that we're still living in right now. Back then, people were dealing with change that was happening faster than they could process. You had war ending, the pandemic, huge shifts in technology, people finally getting electricity, cars, radios, movies, and then you had women getting the right to vote, people challenging old ways of thinking, and others freaking out because the world they knew was slipping away and change was being pushed. And here we are 100 years later, still having those same conversations. The 2020s feel modern too, but it's the same kind of chaos, just with different tools. We have social media instead of radio. We have smartphones instead of telegraphs, and we've got influencers instead of people on the sides of the roads yelling around. But underneath all of that, it's still people trying to find control while the world keeps changing around them. The one thing that really stands out to me in both decades is the tension between freedom and fear. Back then, people were partying, experimenting, speaking up, and breaking out of old roles. But at the same time, there was racism, immigration fights, and political division. Sounds very familiar. The 2020s feel like the remix of the same types of energy, but every time there's progress, somebody's trying to pull it back. And every time someone tries to pull it back, someone else pushes forward even harder. So for me, that's why the 1920s and 2020s feel connected. It's not really just about technology or fashion or music, but it's how people react to living in unstable times. And but some chase distraction, some fight for change, and some just try to hang on. But that same cycle keeps repeating. So yeah, the 1920s might have been the first time we saw that kind of modern life, quote unquote, show up. But here in the 2020s, we're still stuck in the same old song and dance, if I don't sound too, I don't know. So it's just a different stage, same story, and it just feels, I don't know, I wasn't in the 2020s, but from what I read about it, seems similar. I hope I answered the questions.